Hey, Huat, do something for me to do?
Hello guys, my name is Huat, BIB2006, and I'm now studying building survey in University of Malaya. So today, I'm gonna bring you all to find out the defect in my house. Let's go! Hey, look, what we found? Come here. This is the first defect in my house. It's called paint piling. Wow. So actually, paint piling can cause by 3 reasons. One is a direct exposure to the sunlight. Number 2 is an improper preparation for the workers. And number 3 is the rising dampness inside the building. So for me, I think that this wall is not related to direct exposure to the sunlight because this wall is inside the interior area, right? So I assume that it is caused by the rising dampness. It's because under this wall, it has one cracking underwater pipe. So when the pipe is cracked, the water will flow out and flow through this wall. It will cause the wall become moisture and the paint lose their viscosity. So this will cause the paint pile. You see? So actually the paint piling can cause 3 effects. The number 1 effect is it will affect its aesthetic. So when the guests come, you will see, wow, why so ugly? You let them feel unpleasure. Number 2 is because the paint is act as the protector for the wall. So you think when our human lose the skin, what we feel? Same as the wall. So when they lose their skin, it will direct expose to the surrounding and cause the bacteria, the moisture area, the humidity direct punch to the wall. It will cause the vulnerable for the wall.
小朋友，你是否有很多问号？
Why so smelly? Come here. You see what I found? Wow. Why all the floor have like the mold and the algae? This causes penetrating dampness. Hey, come here. Do you know what causes penetrating dampness?
I don't know.
You know now it's raining, and when the rainwater come down, it will penetrate through the concrete floor. So when it penetrates it will provide a more suitable environment to the mold and algae to grow. Other than that, when it is raining, the surrounding will become the high relative humidity. So it also is a one point that will cause the mold and algae to grow. Let's come here. Actually, they have few effects that will cause very dangerous issue that to the human being, to the occupant, and to everybody. So one of the effect is, you see this? This is the cracking of the concrete floor. So why it occurs is because the growth of mold, the penetrating dampness cause the growth of mold. So when the mold is grow, it will provide a very high tensile strength. So it's because the concrete floor can't afford that high strength. So when the mold and algae is grow, it will cause the cracking of the wall, of the floor. So other than that, it will cause a very dangerous issue to the human being. For example, like the flu, the coaching. So just now you see I'm coached because of the pungent smell that they provide by the mold and algae. It's very harmful. Did you hear something? Come here. Oh, there are some drip sound come from this pipe. Actually, this is one of the building defect inside my house. It's called pipe leakage. So pipe leakage is caused by the direct exposure to the high temperature with the pipe. So when the pipe direct exposed to the sunlight, so it might cause the pipe become vulnerable and crackable. So other than that, I also think that the pipe leakage is caused by the high water flow rate inside the pipe. So when the water flow inside the pipe is very fast, it will produce a high pressure and cause the pipe crack from inside. So actually there are some effects for the pipe leakage. One of the effect is, come here, I show you. So one of the effect is growth of mold. So when the pipe is cracked, the water will flow up and provide a suitable environment to the mold to grow. Other than that, when the mold is grown, the bacteria and the fungus will flow through to the pipe system and go through the drinking water. So when we drink the drinking water with the bacteria and the fungi, so it will cause harmful to our body. So that's all for this building defect. So shall we go to next defect? Why? You want me to settle myself and go home?
Oh God, please, no! No!
Cannot lie you. Hey, so guys, now we come to our third defect in our building. So look at here. So this is a type of timber decay that occurs inside the toilet. So actually, timber decay is caused by a biological attack within the wood by certain species of fungi. So the fungus can lie dormant in the timber for years until right condition present themselves. So you see this surrounding is the most suitable environment for the fungi to grow. So the condition needed is oxygen, moisture surface, and a nutrient. So with moisture being the critical component. So in this case, door frames is always how do I say, it's always expose itself inside the toilet, so it which have the moisture surrounding, so obviously it helps to accelerate the decay of the timber. So as timber decay, they break down and become increasingly fragile. Eventually, weak pieces of timber will get to the point where it can no longer support to the door at the toilet, you see. So if the cracking is become bigger and bigger, it will no longer support this door again. So it will cause the collapse and the crumble apart, and this is a very, very serious issue, and it might get dangerous to the occupant inside this house. Look what I found. This is another type of building defect that occurs in my house. It's called chemical defect. Yo, so just now you see, right? The chemical defect that occurs on the ceiling is caused by the smoke that produced by the incense of worship. So when my parents pray to our ancestor, they always use extremely much incense that contain a lot of chemical substance such as like sulfate. So when they start to burn, it will react with the air surrounding to produce sulfur dioxide. And this gas is very harmful to the paint. So due to the long term of reaction, and there are no any ventilation system on it, so the paint will cause corrosion. So actually there are just few the effect on the chemical defect on it. So one of the effect is it will cause the aesthetic of the building decrease. So and it will give the gas unpleasant feeling. So when the gas come, it will provide a bad image to them. So they will feel like, why so ugly and why we didn't clean it. So actually the solution is very simple. We just need to repaint it and build a ventilation system on it. So when they pray, the smoke will like flow through the ventilation system, so it will not react with the air surrounding to cause the corrosion of paint. Hey, so just now I bring you all to observe 5 type defect in my house, right? So there are timber decay, chemical defect, penetrating dampness, pipe leakage, and the one last thing is the paint piling. So they are quite serious, right? So there are one recommendation from me, so which is we have to take care of our building all the time, because you're not gonna spend your money all the way inside your building, right? So see y'all.